Have you ever studied for hours, only to forget everything the next day? You were focused. You took notes. You sacrificed sleep. But when the test came, your mind went blank. Here's the truth. It's not your fault. Most students are never taught how to study effectively. But the top 1%, they know a secret. And once you understand it, studying becomes easier, faster, and even enjoyable. Stay with me, because what you're about to learn will transform the way you study forever. 1. Why most students study wrong. Let's be honest. Highlighting your textbook and rereading your notes is considered. Most of us were taught that the harder you study, the better your results. That more time equals more success. That highlighting your textbook and rereading your notes is studying. But here's the catch. The brain doesn't work that way. In fact, according to a study from the Association for Psychological Science, rereading and highlighting are some of the least effective study methods. Why? Because they give you the illusion of understanding, but not the reality. It's like watching someone lift weights and thinking you're getting stronger just by watching. It feels productive, but it doesn't stick. So what do the top 1% do differently? They don't study harder. They study smarter by using a psychological principle so powerful, it's been called the superpower of memory. And in a moment, I'll show you exactly how to use it. But first, let me ask you something. If your exams were in 3 days, how would you study today? Most students would cram, but the top 1% use a time-tested strategy that makes cramming unnecessary. I'll tell you exactly how it works, but it starts with a strange-sounding technique called active recall. 2. What is active recall? Active recall is simple, but it goes against everything you were taught. Instead of reviewing your notes, you test yourself on them. It's not about input, it's about output. Let's say you just finished reading a chapter on human anatomy. Instead of rereading it, you close the book and try to recall everything you remember. You quiz yourself. You pull out flashcards. You explain the concept like you're teaching it to someone else. Here's why it works. Every time you try to retrieve a piece of information, you strengthen the neural pathway. It's like doing mental reps at the gym. The more you pull information out of your brain, the easier it becomes to access later. That's why the top students don't study more than you. They just use better techniques that work with the brain, not against it. Still not convinced? Let me show you exactly how this works in real life. 3. The 3-step study method that top students use. Here's a simple 3-step framework the top 1% of students use to ace exams without all-nighters. Step 1. Preview before class. Before class, spend 10 minutes skimming the chapter or topic. Don't try to memorize anything, just prime your brain. This activates a phenomenon called the priming effect. It makes your brain more receptive to new information by giving it a preview. Step 2. Engage during class. During lectures, don't just write what the teacher says. Instead, ask yourself, how does this connect to what I already know? Take structured notes in your own words. Use the Cornell note-taking method or mind maps. Make it visual. Make it yours. Step 3. Recall after class. Here's the magic. Spend just 15 to 20 minutes doing active recall. Cover your notes. Try to write down or speak everything you remember. Then check what you missed and repeat. This turns a single study session into long-term memory storage. Most students skip this last step, but if you do it consistently, you'll be shocked how much sticks. 4. The secret weapon, spaced repetition. Now let's add gasoline to the fire. Ever studied something and forgotten it in 48 hours? That's called the forgetting curve. But there's a way to fight it, and that's where spaced repetition comes in. Instead of reviewing everything every day, you review things just before you forget them. Apps like Anki or Remnote do this automatically using spaced intervals. For example, Day 1, you learn a concept. Day 3, you review it again. Day 7, another review. Day 14, 30, and so on. Each review strengthens the memory permanently. The best part? This method saves time. You study less often, but with more power. The top 1% don't try to memorize everything in one sitting. They let time do the work for them. 5. The psychology of focus, avoiding burnout and distractions. Let's talk focus. You can use all the study hacks in the world, but if you're distracted every 3 minutes, none of it matters. Here's what most people don't realize. Distraction is a habit, and like all habits, it can be rewired. Try this. Use the Pomodoro technique, 25 minutes of deep focus, 5-minute break. Put your phone on airplane mode. Study in blocks, not marathons. And here's the deeper secret, energy time. It's not about how long you study, It's about how deeply you focus. Protect your energy. Sleep well. Eat clean. Move your body. Studying isn't just mental, it's biological. Your body fuels your brain. 6. Motivation. Why you're studying in the first place. Let's get real for a second. Why are you even studying? For grades, a job, a future? Maybe. But deeper than that, you're studying because you believe in something bigger. Maybe it's to lift your family out of poverty. Maybe it's to prove you're not average. Maybe it's to change your future. That belief, that reason is what keeps you going when it gets hard. So write it down. Tape it to your wall. Remind yourself, this is bigger than a grade. This is my future. That's what separates the top 1% from everyone else. Not just better techniques, but a bigger why. The secret ritual of the 1%. Let me give you a bonus. There's something almost every top student does quietly that no one talks about. It's not flashy. It doesn't get likes. But it's the reason they show up consistently, calmly, and confidently for exams. They reflect. At the end of each study session, they ask, what did I understand well? What was confusing? What will I do differently tomorrow? It takes 3 minutes, but it creates compound growth in their learning. Because it's not just about how much you study, it's about how much you learn from the way you've been told that only smart people succeed in school. That's a lie. The truth is, success in school is not about intelligence. It's about strategy. It's about mindset. And most of all, it's about consistency. Now you know the secrets: active recall, spaced repetition, deep focus, a powerful why, and 3-minute daily reflection. These aren't just hacks. They're tools that can reshape your future if you use them. So here's your challenge. Tonight, spend just 20 minutes trying active recall. Tomorrow, start using spaced repetition. And this week, protect your focus like your future depends on it, because it does. Remember, you are not behind. You're not broken. You've just been taught the wrong way. But now you know the truth. And only 1% of students ever discover it. Will you be one of them? If this video opened your eyes, do one thing. Like and share this video so more students can see it. Subscribe, because every week, I'll give you practical, science-backed tools to level up your life. And comment below, I'm in the 1%. Let the world know you're ready.